How the bloody hell do you flirt with men? Just start to talk. About anything. We often like to talk to women. Just talk. And be blunt. Captain Obvious. We generally suck at picking up subtle hints. My ex has on multiple occasions told me, "Didn't you notice she was hitting on you?" I've never noticed even once. You walk up to us and say, very clearly, "Hello, I'm attracted to you. Here's my number. Please pursue me romantically." I usually make him some food and show him my boobs. Stop being subtle. Be direct. Yup, all men are either dumb or scared of being accused of harassment after interpreting things wrong. Honesty is cool. Be honest and direct, unless you want to see another "this girl was flirting with me and I had no idea" post on Reddit in about 10 years. Maybe even blunt. I find you attractive. Talk to me and let's get to know each other. What's a useful tip that can save your life one day? Always pull the bath plug out before you stand up. 'Cause if you fall and knock yourself out on the taps you won't drown. Maybe not saving lives, but if you ever have a blocked nose and you can't sleep, sit up. Hold your breath and rock your head back and forth in a uniform manner until you can't hold your breath anymore and Viola AAA. If you ever get caught in a human stampede situation, always stay on your feet, but if you end up on the ground, try and roll onto your side as opposed to being flat on your back or chest. In this position you are less likely to be asphyxiated by the weight of the people above you. 1. If you ever get stabbed, don't pull the knife out. 2. If you wouldn't stick your dick in there, don't put your finger in there. Old engineering tip. If you're ever lost in a large forest, in the northern hemisphere, look for the North Star. Its twinkling will comfort you as you die. What is $20,000 to you? If you won it, would it change your life? $20,000 would make a huge difference. It's not a huge sum in the grand scheme of things, but it'd alleviate a lot of financial insecurity. It certainly would help. It won't change anything in terms of my lifestyle, but it would let me have an actual savings account, pay off some debts, and feel comfortable and less stressed. A measure of leagues. Which currency? Indian rupees. About $250 USD. $20 KUS would go in my bank account. Nothing would change. $20,000 in my currency would definitely help, but not life-changing. $20,000 would definitely change my life for the better, I think. What's a hygiene tip or trick that everyone should know? Wash behind your ears. It's not gay to wash your asshole, guys lol. Most people don't know this. You can brush your teeth in the morning and at night. Clean your belly button. If you find putting clothes through the laundry doesn't remove all armpit smells, give the armpit area a quick antibacterial soap pre-wash before each load. Job done. Edit. By hand using hand soap, nothing special. Wash your damn feet in the shower. Letting the water run over them isn't enough. I was expecting tips and tricks and all the top comments are just basic shit. People who don't reply until days later, why? It's usually because I read the message while I'm doing something that I can't reply in that moment, and then I literally just forget. Some days I don't feel like talking to people. Ironically, it's because I often try to be thoughtful in my responses. Sometimes I will read a message and I won't have the will or time to give it the thought or depth that it requires, so I'll put it off to when I can really think about it. Oftentimes it slips my mind because my working memory is kind of trash. Sometimes I just truly don't know what to reply to you. It's a relatively, very new phenomenon that basically anyone in your life gets access to you at all times. It was only 20 years ago that if you left the house for the day you were actually gone. You'd return messages when you came back hours or even days later. Basically I prefer this sometimes.